one of my favorite collaborations from your and Snowfro point of view is the Snowpepen. I also love how the description says some light the fuse, some carry the torch in reference to Snowfro's bio, giving a shout out to Larva Labs for lighting the fuse. And how was the process to create a piece that mixes so well the squiggles and the Opepen style?
So the Opepen thing, just to give context to that, like the silhouette of Opepen and the project in general was a kind of a response to the PFP mania, right? As an artist that's practicing in this world, that there is some allure to the most popular, let's say in inverted commas, real estate for your work to be displayed. And before Opepen, I'd kicked around the idea of like, what could be done there that's interesting and different and isn't 10,000 slight variations on the same thing. And Opepen came as an iteration on an open edition that had no, intent to be anything specific at all. And made a couple of decisions to just split it into these parcels, basically of 80 tokens at a time. It's 16,000 tokens total, so it'll be 200 releases. And the idea being the symbol, very similar to the Chex thesis, the symbol should be recognizable enough that you can give it to any artist in the world and they can interpret it. You'll still know that it's attached to that project, but it's very much their DNA. So I've gotten to know Eric over the last couple of years, and we've always been like, oh, if there's a time to do something, like it will just present itself at a certain point, right? It's like, let's just wait and see. And this, I remember just thinking of that silhouette one day, the taking the obvious organic silhouette of the squiggle and giving it slightly more structure so it mirrors that the structure of the Opepen, and sent that over. And I mean, you guys have spoken to Eric, just incredible level of support for doing it. It's just like, yeah, it looks great. Let's do it. And also shout out to Jalil on the technical side, who took the squiggle code and one-to-one mapped it to the traits within the Opepen. So you have the all the specificity and the actual code that Eric wrote informing the color spectrums on every single one of those tokens. And yeah, it's just an incredible honor to be able to do that. And Eric wrote this just unbelievable summary of it after the fact. And yeah, it's just can't really, from back a couple years ago, just honestly, just a huge admirer of everything that Eric and Art Blocks have accomplished. To be able to do something collaborative that feels like feels different and interesting and not just a net new collection is a huge honor.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was one of the more subscribed to raffles out of
I believe
all the
it is.
Opepens.
Yeah. The opt-in was 11,000% or something.
It was off the charts. It was like a snowball's chance in hell of actually getting one. But kudos to those who did. The thing I liked about the collection too, or the Opepen that is I think it's scaled not only color for color, but also I think it scaled with the intent of shapes, right? Because you did a really great job of integrating. There's a hyper, one hyper out of the 80, which is incredible, but also like the slinkies and different colors, so, or the different types of squiggle. So anybody who's not familiar with it, I actually have an open tab where I constantly check the listings because I'm hoping to snipe one of these days. But nice. You can just go to the Opepen collection and sort by artist, I believe. It's really, really honestly, like I love the slinky as a squiggle, but I have to say I actually think I like the slinky more because of the Opepen. It was just so cool. Brilliantly executed, and some of the colors that it maps is just, it's stunning in my opinion. Ideally I'd like the hyper, but I don't know, it's a little bit outside my budget right now.
And they all also follow all the animation script from the original code too. So if you go on OpenSea and click on them, they'll move.